Hey everyone, I'm going to blaze through a review of House of Villains. House of Villains just finished airing their first season on the E Network, but also can be streamed on Hulu Plus. This is a reality competition show with 10 episodes and 10 people on the cast, with some special appearances made by other reality TV villains throughout the competition. The prize is $200,000 to the winner. Before we get to the cast, I like to point out that McHale is a host of this show and was even mistaken for Carson Daly on the first episode, which was pretty hilarious. But regardless of that, I thought he did a fantastic job as a host, and I hope he comes back for season 2, which I fully expect to happen because this show was good. All right, so who's on the cast? First, we have Omarosa. Omarosa was on The Apprentice. She's a big time Trumper. She used to work for Trump. She is a major, major villain. If you look up reality TV villain in the dictionary, Omarosa's name is definitely there. But I'm not sure if I myself personally have ever seen a more true villain on reality TV than Omarosa. She still had, like, there's not one moment, I don't think, where I felt like, oh, she's like a normal person, like she's a villain. Moving on. Anfisa. Anfisa was on 90 Day Fiance. I never watched that show, so I didn't know her coming into this show, but she was very quiet, very good looking, very attractive. So I don't know. I don't really have much to say about Anfisa. But then we have Corinne. Corinne is perfect for this game. Corinne is from The Bachelor. I don't watch any of the Bachelor shows either, so I didn't know who she was coming in, but she seemed like a normal person. Like, I would have befriended her for sure. She was very like, "Hi, I'm Corinne." And I didn't see what the issue was, like, or why she would be a villain. If anything, out of the entire group, she's probably maybe one of the least villain, like, out of them all. But the thing that's great about Corinne on this show, for the show, she really wants to be there and she really keeps fighting. She's very competitive in this show, but immediately she takes a big blow from Amarosa, and we see that in like the first episode, like right off the bat, and she starts crying. So, oh, Corinne, I like her now after watching the show. But anyways, let's move on to Tanisha. Tanisha was on Bad Girls Club. I think I watched that, but I don't really remember all of it, and I don't remember her character that well. But I love Tanisha on this show. She was one of my favorites. Like, she's perfect reality TV. She seems genuine, but still not going to take anyone's ish. So let's move on. Tiffany, New York, Pollard. Oh my God. I needed New York in my life again. And she was amazing on this show. I wanted to see more. I can't give it away. New York shocked me. I was not expecting New York to be as soft, actually, as she seemed to be. She wasn't like completely soft though. She was still her same old, New York badass, but there were moments, that I was like kind of surprised. So loved it. Next is Bobby Lytes. I've never seen Bobby Lytes before until this show, and I am obsessed with Bobby Lytes now. He was probably my favorite, most entertaining on this show. There was one night when he gets drunk and he's like, "Come on, I'm bored. Let's go mess with New York." And literally just starts a fight with her over nothing. It was too good. We also have Johnny Bananas. So Johnny Bananas has done 21 seasons of MTV's The Challenge. Is that what it's called? 21 seasons. And he's definitely a villain in the sense that he plays the game, but I thought he was great on this show. We also had Johnny Fairplay. So if you go back, if you're old school Survivor watcher, I think I watched the very first season and Johnny Fairplay was on that season. That's when he lied and said his grandmother died when really she didn't die. He was like just playing everyone literally on TV in this game, and he's infamous for that. But during this show, I was caught off guard by his behavior. It was not what I was expecting. So interesting there. We also have Jax Taylor. Jax Taylor is from Vanderpump Rules, and he used to be on Vanderpump Rules. He's now doing a spin-off. What is it called? Vanderpump Valley or something? I'm not exactly sure if they released the official name of that show, but he's been very active lately, not only with this show, but him and Brittany have been doing things, working a lot, probably because Nick stole their money. Anyways, so Jax is on, and Jax is just so funny in this environment because he's not, he's been on reality TV for a long time, but never in this capacity in a competitive reality show. And it's so hilarious. Last but not least, or is he? I don't know. Shake. He was on Love is Blind. I never watched that show either. So I didn't know who he was or why he even was a villain. And as the show progressed, I started to see why he's a villain. And he's actually very entertaining to watch. It was interesting watching the dynamics, and I don't want to give away too much, so I'll stop there, but I'll give my thoughts. One, I love, love, love this cast. They're all hilarious. Them interacting together is hilarious. And let's be honest, we love to see a villain lose. And the great thing about this show is we get the opportunity to see a villain lose in every single episode. But better yet, we get to see them compete against each other. And I've said this before, mutual disdain brings people together. It's just human nature. But what I also love about this show is the competitive aspect. I'm not really, like I said, I don't watch I don't know, is The Bachelor a competitive show? I don't really watch competitive shows that much. So when I do, it usually means that it's really good. Like there is something different about it. And I want to compare this almost to The Traders. I don't know if it was as good as The Traders because Kate Chastain was so, so good in The Traders. And the second season of The Traders is coming up soon with Larsa Pippen, Marcus Jordan, Mercedes from Shaw's of Sunset, and I forgot who else is on it, but I think it's gonna be great. And I just love the competitive aspect because even though they're all reality stars, like not all of them are used to this competition environment or competitive environment. And Johnny Bananas definitely has a leg up against the rest of them because this is what he does. Like he's literally done this 21 times on a show. So he knows all the intricacies of a competitive show and like how you need to play the game and how some people react certain ways and how you can play people. It's just like it's pretty wild. It actually almost gives me a headache because I'm like, wait, the way that they strategize to get rid of people and stuff, I'm just like, oh my God, this is like a lot of thinking. But it's so great. One area for improvement, I loved the villain visits. We had Danielle Staub, Spencer Pratt, Abby Lee Miller, Chef Ben from Below Deck, and even Carole Baskin. But I didn't feel like they utilized those visits to their full capacity. For example, like Chef Ben, he had to cook some like gross food for them to eat for one of their competitions. And I just like, I would like to see more interaction instead of them just standing there like, hi, we have a cameo from this person. I would like to see more interaction from their guests, but not like Danielle Staub, who wouldn't leave. Like they were ready to go to bed and she was just like lingering in the house. It was so weird. In the best way, though. And overall, I think this is a great show. I think it's hilarious and definitely worth the binge. If there's a season 2, which I hope there is, I'll definitely be watching.